Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zero from TechDragon.info, and yes, we do have a sub-Saturday today. I'm gonna record it immediately after this section. However, I do have a couple of notes I would like to address first. So, I got my new computer recently, and I will do some videos on some of the parts I have in here. But, first off, I would like to tell you something about a little thing I discovered yesterday. Where in the last couple of days I've mentioned in my videos that I'm having a lot of frame issues in World of Tanks. I figured out what it was. One of the mods was more than halving my frame rate. I have yet to narrow down which mod exactly, but I basically renamed my 9.3 mod folder, res mods, and made a new one. And yeah, frame issues gone. So there is a mod out there, and it's a common mod, not even anything. I don't really have that many mods installed. I usually have aiming, reticle, thingamajiggy, reticle. I have minimap mod. I have a double garage carousel. As you can see, I don't have it back in yet. I severely doubt that that's the problem, but still need to get that one. What else do I have? I only have like a handful of mods lately. I really don't need that many mods. There's just a couple I like to have. Hit log. I'd like to see what I've done in a game, you know, just to keep track. And that's pretty much it. Maybe 5-6 mods that I install, give or take. And one of them just completely killed my frame rate. And now, I haven't done my settings yet. I haven't tweaked everything up to max yet, but about 50 FPS is like the minimum I'm running at. So yeah, a lot better. Anyways, so yeah, one thing I also discovered is just having mods that do function properly will still kill your frame rate. I installed a couple of mods. Like I said, I got like 4 mods in now, and I was 8 frames down. I looked at the recording, and you can actually see your normal frame rate and your current frame rates from watching the replay. I'm not recording, replay. And I noticed that I was actually about between 5 and 8 frames less consistently throughout the entire replay. So just having mods in actually kills your frame rate. So if you're playing with a very low frame rate, you might want to think about cutting down the mods you use, because they actually cut into your frame rate as well. I knew that mods that do something with the interface, they're pretty bad, because the way the interface is rendered in World of Tanks is horrifically bad. It's insane. I think like 10 to 15% of your frame rate goes into the UI, so everything you see on the screen here. So not even the rendering, but everything on top, like all these menus and stuff. I think it was like 15 or 20%, an insane amount that goes to just the interface. So yeah, it makes sense that when you add mods that you actually lose frames. So it's a little tip to speed up your World of Tanks. Play it vanilla or with as least amount of mods as you can get. It will actually save you quite a bit of frames potentially. I might make a separate video on this. We'll have to see. But anyways, just so you guys know. Okay, let's get back to Sub Saturday. And here we are with the actual Sub Saturday. We have today got, I still don't know how to pronounce your name. Sorry, Timip? I'm still not sure. Timip? 123 in his IS-7, and he is platooned with Liam Floody. Well, 08 Liam Floody. So yeah, they're in a platoon, and they're actually gonna split up right at the beginning. Not sure if that's always a good idea. I guess you always go towards where you feel most comfortable playing, like your favorite position, or you know what fits your tank. But you do wanna. Oh, depression. There we go. Finally found some depression. And dig in. Okay, so right now, Time up here has pretty much dug into this corner, and where did that shot go? Yeah, right into his side there, into his track. I'm surprised that actually tracked him. I mean, that technically doesn't hit any of his track. Unless it actually ricocheted off the side and into his track. Anyways, yeah. So he is set up for some side scraping / only showing turrets / oh, where's my turret? Turret traverse in this tank is, oh wow, I did not know that. Damn. I mean, I guess it's a pretty big turret, but shit. So a lot of people here are trying to take shots at him. Depression, there we go. Wiggle, track shot. Yeah, track fixed. He does seem to have a pretty good crew, and still shots coming in. Puts another nice shot into the IS-7. Bounces another couple of shots, and he gets penetrated. Right there. And he's saying nice gold. I don't think that is gold. I think that was a normal AP shell. Usually when you're shooting APCR, which is the premium ammo here, as you can see, APCR, armor piercing composite rigid, use a, or leaves a way smaller hole. It's like a really perfect small hole when you use that. So, I don't think that was a APCR, to be honest. I think it was an actual penetrating shot. Bit of a weird one though, from that angle to pen, but if anything, he should have had a harder time to pen, but managed anyways. Yeah, I basically showing this replay because it shows some really good strengths of the IS-7. It shows a pretty good spot that I've actually never used. Oh, let me get back to normal camera view. Oh, actually, let me go back real quick. We missed a beautiful shot here. Okay. So, I think his spidey sense is tingling. And oh, he puts in a shot into the dark, goes in, does damage. Nice. Very well played there. Love the gun sticking out of the rock there, by the way. Looking for a shot on the IS-4. Doesn't quite have it. Oh. And he doesn't take the shot. Accuracy on this gun, not great. Would that shot have gone in? Probably not. Instead, he just waited and gets a nice clean shot at his side. Yes, please. Puts a nice shot in. Reload is pretty brutal, though. Do we get another shot? Nope, we do not. Now, the things Time Up here is doing right, and what his platoon is doing, because, you know, there's two of them, is, well, they split up, which can be a good thing. I'm not saying that you should always stick together, but right now, his platoon mate is on the island and doesn't seem to have that many shots. A75, wow, that was quite a bit of deviation at a pretty close distance. He took some shots to the face there. Centurion is thinking about coming around, maybe not. No shots there. Trying to find his shots here. So, anyways, his platoon mate is on the island, and right now he is pretty much the only one in the center here. There is one TD over there. Sorry, I'm looking at my frame rate. A little bit of a frame rate issue again. Dang it. Yeah, that still doesn't, the frame rate issue, I know what it is. It's something I turned off yesterday that fixed it. I turned it back on today, and just to make sure, and yeah, it's still an issue, so never mind that. It's just some power features on my CPU that I need to turn off, sadly. I kind of like to keep them off, but it just doesn't seem to function for shit. Anywho, yeah, bouncing shots left and right. As I was saying, platoons. Right now, he has been, for the most part, solely responsible for all the damage in the middle here, because his teammate, or not, yeah, his teammate in the RHM has been pretty much behind the rock, puts a nice shot on the move. Now, this was a bit risky though. He knew that there were so many enemies still out here, and yet he decides to drive out open, you know, in the open. But if you look at the map, pretty much half his team hasn't even crossed the center of the map yet, which is pretty bad. And at this moment, let me pause it right now. So, E75 is busy with him, the multiple tanks that are back there are busy with him, and I'm guessing the IS-4 that's on the island there is thinking about hitting him. What does his platoon mate do? He keeps sitting on that ridgeline and not having any shots. Pretty much at anything. Because everything's look. Okay, so right now we have the E75 and the IS-4 clearly engaging him. At that point, if I was in the E75, I would bum rush it down the back line and for some surprise butt sex behind the IS-4. Instead, his platoon mate decides to stay back there and completely not utilize the opening that Time Up here has created. And that's something you're gonna have to do in platoons. That's the strength of platoons. I mean, you can do that even if you're not in a platoon, but so I would say work on your situational awareness a little bit, because this would have been the perfect opportunity to get out of hiding, bum rush it down to the IS-4 and put at least one shot into his ass, while he's still busy trying to kill this IS-7 here. And a lot of his team just didn't use this opportunity. I mean, look at them, they're all barely in the center of the map. And he has been in the center of the map the entire game. They've just been hiding. I mean, look at the scores. Only one person on TimeUp's team has died. Only one. 2/3 of the enemy team is dead, and they still haven't even crossed the center line of the map. So, his team was pretty bad in this case. And sadly, he's gonna pay the price for it. Yeah, I know where to stop a video. So, there's a lot of things that TimeUp did right. I personally would not have rushed down the center when you know that there's that many tanks around. I mean, there were, what, 4 or 5 of them still all in that corner, plus an artillery. But, you know, that's just me. Everybody has their own style. I'm not saying it's wrong or if it's right. You know, you did manage to get some people out of hiding. You did manage to get some people killed, so it wasn't all bad, but I personally would have picked the option to actually survive longer, bounce some more shots, wait for your team to catch up. I mean, you have the number advantage by a massive amount, so why not use them? Why die when you don't have to? Let them take some shots. I mean, 2/3 of his team are pretty much full health. Look at him. Full, 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 half, full, full. Hit once, full. Okay, that T-121 is pretty damaged. RHM is half damaged, so... But there's still a couple of people that have pretty much full health. I mean, come on. So, yeah. Anyways, we're continuing here. And still his platoon mate there is still sitting in the same spot. He should have moved up. You don't have any shots at anybody. What's the point in sitting in the back there? Good luck, but yeah, now he's finally coming down. But it's a bit too late. You gotta move quicker. You gotta... You know, you gotta realize when you gotta move. And I know it's an essential skill to learn, but come on, you're in tier 9. By then you should have picked up on that. So, definitely work on that. As for TimeUp, yeah, he probably shouldn't have rushed out in the open, but he still did pretty damn well regardless, excuse me, this IS-4 needs to die. Come on. I find that so annoying. People with XVM shit or whatever the hell it is, they go like, I'm spotted at blah blah. I don't care. If it's really that important that you're spotted, just tell us. But I mean, there's 2 people alive in the enemy team and you're telling us that you're spotted. Ooh. I wonder by who. Yeah, a bit worthless. Come on, finish it. Ah. Oh man, tough tank. IS-4, IS-7, both pretty tough. Yay, we won! Let's take a look at the stats. So, don't mistake my criticism on the gameplay as it being bad or anything. I just like to give my opinion and advice. I mean, I know I'm looking at it hindsight, you know, I'm watching after the fact, and I have all the time in the world to look around and to realize what's going on, but those are vital skills to learn in the game, and I'm definitely not saying I've mastered them, because, yeah, no. But there are some things that both of you can work on. Mostly your platoon mates. I know this video wasn't about him, but yeah, let's just take a look at how many shots he bounced. But first, let's take a look at the teams here. Waffenträger actually did 6,000 damage. Wow. But that wasn't the one that was with him. That was the other one. I don't know where that one went. I think he went through the town area. The Waffenträger that was with him. Pretty sure it was that one. Did not do a whole lot. That's what, 2 shots with that thing, depending on the gun. So, yeah, wasn't that much help. But, TimeUp here, 3,800 damage done, over 1,000 experience, and his platoon mates... yeah, like I said, work on that situational awareness, know when to move up, and you had a couple of opportunities to move up. Use them. How many shots did you fire? 12, hit 8, pin 4. I don't know how far upgraded he is though. So, let's take a look. Fire 10, hit 10, pinned 8, 3,800 damage. I especially love that shot that went into the IS-4. That first shot there. Yeah. Wait, you only pinned him once? You only pinned him once? Oh. The other shot actually didn't pin. The shot in the dark did not pin. Darn. It only did probably track damage, but looks of it. Aw, ha ha ha. That is. Aw. That was such a perfect shot. Darn it. Oh well. At least you damaged his tracks, I guess. Let's take a look here. Hits received 37. 14 penetrated, and I'm gonna say that pretty much about 8 out of those 14 went into his tracks and didn't actually pen. So, yeah, non-pens 23 for a total block by armor of almost 9,000 damage. Nice. Pretty damn nice. He spotted 4, he damaged 3, and he killed 2. 2,800 spawning damage. So yeah, these are some pretty nice numbers. Just a little bit shy of 4,000 damage done, which in a tier 10, you know, is not that amazing, but definitely not bad. But also 2,800 spotting damage and almost 9,000 potential damage. Yeah, that's pretty good. With premium, he made 37k profit. Without premium, it would have been just over 1,000 experience, but with a premium account, and sadly not a daily double, it was 1558. Yeah, pretty nice experience. And thank you for sending in the replay. It was definitely enjoyable to watch. It was definitely a good play. I actually never used that spot in mines. With a heavy tank, it's definitely an interesting spot. I'm gonna have to try it out in some of my tanks. So thank you for showing off that spot. I'm gonna steal it. No, but well played. I mean, the results are clearly there. Your def, I say, was slightly unnecessary, but your team was just not that great. I mean, let's be honest, a lot of people did over 1,000 damage, which is good. That's like the threshold I would like to see on tanks, especially this tier, to at least do 1,000 damage. But there's only so much damage you can do, obviously, but, you know, surviving an IS-3 and doing no damage, firing 4, not that great. AT-15, he could have had a bad game where he was just behind the whole time. You know, if you can't catch up, then you can't do anything. But fired 1 shot, hit 1, fired 4, hit 3, pen 2, but only 293 damage. So, T95, well, again, if you're too slow, but then again, it's a really small map, so, you know, a lot of people that just did not do a whole lot. I'm not saying they're bad players or anything, man. Everybody has a bad day. I've had games with no damage and I got instantly killed. It happens, but, you know, his team was, how do I put it, way too passive the entire game. And I think his platoon mate could have used that a little bit better and actually moved up and got some more damage in, but yeah, still, very nice result. Oh, wrong way sorted. And thank you for sending it in, and hopefully I have showed you and your platoon mate some tips and tricks what you can do next time, and hopefully get a better gameplay out of it. Not saying this one is bad, I'm just trying to actually commentate and be helpful. I mean, I can say that everything was, you know, brilliant and wonderful and you won, but what's the point of that? I'm honest. And I always will be. And if that's, you know, if I'm gonna have to say, like, you did this wrong or you could do that better, then so be it. That's just how I am and how I roll, and hopefully you guys appreciate that. And don't see it as criticism, but as in an opportunity to improve. And that's what you always need to aim for in tanks and in life, but let's not go that deep. But in tanks, even I still need to improve massively, and I know it. And if people point out things to me, like you did this wrong, you could have done that, I'll take it, I'll learn from it. So hopefully you'll take it the same way and learn from it and not be pissed off, but we'll see. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.